The first aid, types and elements. First aid is a necessary skill for anybody to learn to be prepared for any emergency circumstance. It gives a foundational grasp of the abilities required to assist someone who has been hurt or may be in need of medical assistance. This research paper will evaluate the significance of first aid, the fundamental elements of first aid, and the various types of first aid that can be deployed. First aid is a critical skill to possess, as it can benefit individuals in multiple scenarios. It is essential to be able to provide first aid in an emergency, as it can potentially save lives and lessen the intensity of injuries. Furthermore, first aid can also ameliorate the risk of infection and other adverse consequences that may arise in an emergency situation. The fundamental tenets of first aid are relatively straightforward. These principles include evaluating the environment and the individual, administering essential life support, and taking suitable action to address the individual's condition. It is imperative to be aware of the indications and manifestations of different types of injuries and the measures that should be taken in each case. Additionally, being familiar with the various first aid practices that can be implemented is equally essential. In an emergency, several sorts of first aid can be performed, ranging from simple wound care, such as wound cleansing and wrapping, to more advanced treatments, such as cardiopulmonary resuscitation and other life-saving interventions. Other forms of first aid may include immobilizing an injured person and providing emotional support to those in distress. In conclusion, first aid is an invaluable skill for any individual to acquire in order to be adequately equipped for any emergency. It is paramount to be conscious of the fundamental principles of first aid, as well as the various types of first aid that can be engaged in an emergency. With a thorough understanding of the basics of first aid, it is feasible to be prepared to assist someone in need.